March. The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
The month of February is all about Valentine's Day. Big heart-shaped boxes filled with delicious candy. What if we, the Patriots, hijacked Valentine's Day and instead made it about human liberty and individual empowerment? I'm all about human potential. I'm all about the individual being empowered. The establishment is the opposite. That's why they spike our water with fluoride and GMO, estrogen mimickers, and the rest of the garbage. InfoWars is striking back in the month of February with Human Empowerment Month. How we can come together and win the human race. And to celebrate the kickoff of Human Empowerment Month, we're slashing prices on InfoWarsLife.com products like Super Male and Super Female Vitality. The sale is only running for the month, 20% off, and there's a lot of other powerful specials at InfoWarsLife.com. InfoWarsLife.com, celebrating human potential in the month of February. Visit InfoWarsLife.com to find this special and many others in the month of February. Again, InfoWarsLife.com or 888-253-3139. Used since before the days of the Roman Empire to support the body's natural systems and enhance overall health. Introducing the new InfoWarsLife.com oil of oregano formulation, a highly advanced nutraceutical form of this key herb that has been traditionally used by civilizations for thousands of years to promote health. We have now procured the most high quality and potent forms of oregano oil on the market, sourced from top leading manufacturers to ensure a concentrated level of bioactive ingredients. Extracted directly from the wild herb and sealed in easy-to-use capsules, you will no longer need to endure the burning of liquid oregano on the tongue. Wild crafted from the Mediterranean oregano species that experts agree is one of the most powerful and most challenging to acquire. This winter season, it's more important than ever to secure this true form of oil of oregano. Now available in our limited first run at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139. When cells become toxic, they die early and aging sets in. No one has put together a formula that focuses directly on brain health, nerve growth factors, and optimizing your cellular energy at the same time. Just one of the key compounds, BioPQQ, is backed by major clinical studies. You want the best that's out there at the lowest price anywhere? We now have the synergistic solution. Secure your DNA Force today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139.
The average person's life is filled with unexpected challenges. Unlock the energy it takes to defeat these daily beasts with Super Male or Super Female Vitality, specifically designed to assist the body in regulating proper hormone balance to create superior vitality in males and females. Supercharge and conquer your world at InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139.
Ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line.
The Alex Jones Show. Because there is a war on for your mind.
That's right. It's not about the food. It's about keeping those ants in line. And it's not about the vaccines either. It's about keeping those ants in line. Ron Paul has an article that's up on Infowars.com talking about how we need market decisions. We need voluntary, informed consent about what we're going to eat, what we're going to put in our bodies with injections, if we're going to put anything into our bodies with injections. And we can see from an article from Natural Society, we can see how this can happen. We've seen the Food Babe, and she's going to be on the show later in the week with Alex Jones. She had another victory with General Mills this week, getting them to take out a dangerous preservative that they only put in their U.S. cereal. They don't put it in the cereal anywhere else in the world. So she pressured them with that. That's the market speaking. That's people saying, we don't want this in our food. We saw the same thing happen now with Breyers ice cream. They said they're going to drop milk with Monsanto's RBST growth hormones. They're trying to keep this natural food label, which has really been their trademark. They're trying to keep that going. They say they've always looked for additive-free food. Well, the problem is this RBST is something that is genetically grown. It's an artificial growth hormone that is actually produced by companies like Monsanto. And it's very different from the natural bovine growth hormone, regular BST. This is RBST. They say that the RBST that Breyers is no longer going to have in their, they're not going to accept milk where that growth hormone has been given to the cows. That growth hormone that is created by Monsanto is actually genetically engineered E. coli bacteria. It has been banned in Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, Israel, and the European Union. But in America, we've got people like this Jesse Berney who are just saying, you know, just shut up and take this vaccine. These guys know what's better for you. Look, we've been lied to by the CDC. We've been lied to by the EPA because they don't want our consent. They could care less if we're informed. They lie to us about what's in the vaccines, about what's in the food. We see in South Africa, they have had Monsanto was forced to pull advertisements because somebody actually fact-checked them. They've been saying that GMO crops, quote, enable us to produce more food sustainably whilst using fewer resources, providing a healthier environment by saving on pesticides, decreasing greenhouse gas emissions, increasing crop yields substantially. They said, well, where's the proof of any of that? Monsanto said, all right, we'll pull the ad off. This is what they're doing time and time again. It's not about the science. The science is very clear about vaccines. Louis Pasteur had to fight conventional wisdom when he explained germs, when they started talking about active immunity and passive immunity. But it's no longer just about active and passive immunity or vaccines or germs. Once you add these types of things to the vaccines, like they're adding to the food, it becomes something completely different. Speaking of something completely different, before I go to the clip from the special report about the secret covenant, I just want to let you know we're going to have joining us in the third hour Dr. Dunn from Junk Science. This is the organization that did the FOIA request that found the information about the EPA human experimentation. And, of course, there's another one that has just started up. So we're going to talk to him about the whole idea of informed consent, especially about these specifics in the EPA. He's going to be joining us in the third hour. Right now, we're going to play for you a special report that's really gone viral. It's called The Secret Covenant. This is a document, authors unknown. We don't know whether this is valid or not, but it is really thought-provoking. We've seen this type of information when we've seen the globalist agenda essentially go down these lines. So whether or not these guys believe it, whether or not you believe this is happening or not. We're also going to have this report going up on Facebook and Twitter, and you'll find it on Infowars.com. Let's go to the special report, Secret Covenant.
If any terrorism comes, it's from this government. And if there was an outside threat like a bin Laden, who was a known CIA asset in the 80s, running the Mujahideen war, and whose family builds all the military bases over in Saudi Arabia right now, and sits on the board of Iridium Satellite, and tell them, we know the government's planning terrorism. We know Oklahoma City and World Trade Center was terrorism. We know the Joint Chiefs of Staff wanted to blow up airliners, Baltimore Sun. If you do it, we're going to blame you because we know who's up to it. Or if you let some terrorist group do it, like the World Trade Center, we know who to blame.
للمجد والعليا مجدي لخالق السماء.
Illusion, it will be so large, so vast, it will escape their perception. Those who will see it will be thought of as insane. We will create separate fronts to prevent them from seeing the connection between us. We will behave as if we are not connected to keep the illusion alive.
If you wanted to run against Preston Bush, you should have run 4 years ago.
The fate of China and the United States have become linked in a way far beyond what any of us could imagine. We are now facing a common challenge. And the challenge is how to build a world order for the first time in history on a global basis.
Our goal will be accomplished one drop at a time so as to never bring suspicion upon ourselves. This will also prevent them from seeing the changes as they occur. We will always stand above the relative field of their experience, for we know the secrets of the absolute. We will work together always and will remain bound by blood and secrecy.
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweighed the dangers.
Weapons of mass destruction got to be somewhere,
which are cited to justify it. Even today, there is little value in opposing the threat of a closed society by imitating its arbitrary restrictions. Even today, there is little value in ensuring the survival of our nation if our traditions do not survive with it. And there is very grave danger that an announced need for increased security will be seized upon by those anxious to expand its meaning to the very limits of official censorship and concealment.
Death will come to he who speaks. We will keep their lifespan short and their minds weak while pretending to do the opposite. We will use our knowledge of science and technology in subtle ways so they will never see what is happening. We will use salt metals, aging accelerators, and sedatives in food and water. Also, in the air, they will be blanketed by poisons everywhere they turn. The soft metals will cause them to lose their minds. We will promise to find a cure from our many fronts, yet we will feed them more poison.
There aren't reasons to not get vaccinated.
Are you telling parents you should get your kids vaccinated?
You should get your kids vaccinated. It's good for them.
The poisons will be absorbed through their skin and mouths. They will destroy their minds and reproductive systems. From all this, their children will be born dead, and we will conceal this information. The poisons will be hidden in everything that surrounds them, in what they drink, eat, breathe, and wear. We must be ingenious in dispensing the poisons, for they can see far. We will teach them that the poisons are good, with fun images and musical tones. Those they look up to will help. We will enlist them to push our poisons. They will see our products being used in film and will grow accustomed to them and will never know their true effect. When they give birth, we will inject poisons into the blood of their children and convince them it's for their help. We will start early on when their minds are young. We will target their children with what children love most, sweet things. When their teeth decay, we will fill them with metals that will kill their mind and steal their future. When their ability to learn has been affected, we will create medicine that will make them sicker and cause other diseases for which we will create yet more medicine. We will render them docile and weak before us by our power. They will grow depressed, slow, and obese. And when they come to us for help, we will give them more poison. We will focus their attention toward money and material goods, so they may never connect with their inner self. We will distract them with fornication.
On Tuesday, Oregon State Police got a tip that a young woman had created a 17-minute porn video that ended up on Pornhub.com.
Yeah, it's a buzz around campus.
External pleasures and games, so they may never be one with the oneness of it all. Their minds will belong to us, and they will do as we say. If they refuse, we shall find ways to implement mind-altering technology into their lives. We will use fear as our weapon. We will establish their governments and establish opposites within. We will own both sides. We will always hide our objective, but carry out our plan. They will perform the labor for us, and we shall prosper from their toil. Our families will never mix with theirs. Our blood must be pure always, for it is the way We will make them kill each other when it suits